Good afternoon, everyone, or I guess evening. This is Wild Nine. Welcome to Salty Saturdays. We have a wild match for us today, and with me on the cast is Geranium Battle. Hey, Geranium, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. I This is a match that's going to be pretty near and dear to my heart. I mean, this is my teammate, Nice Jewish Owl, versus his opponent Bone Masher in some of the top seeds of Wild right now. In fact, Bone Masher's team is the top team of the opposing conference. So it's last week of playoffs, or last week, sorry, of before playoffs. So it's pretty high stakes trying to make sure that that our team is making it in. And for Bowmaster, it's about making a statement, making sure that he is the top of his team, and and making sure that we you know get Owl to lose.
Yeah. What is the situation? I guess that it looks like in your league, everyone's pretty close. It seems like, right?
Yeah. My team, the Overpowered Wild leaderboard, is on the Green Conference. In the Green Conference, there's you know F12 Viridian is standing right at the top of the pack. Hair Club, not far behind them. They're both pretty locked in. And then there's three teams: Mad Scientists, Metadrawers, and ours, that are all fighting for the scraps and fighting for the wild card spots and the spots in the top three teams there, because it's top three teams from each conference that make it in, and then two wild card slots, the two top point scorers from either conference.
Okay.
It currently looks like we are not going to have many of those from the other conference from Brown. So that's why it's still pretty scrappy between Green Conference to try and take those two, since everyone's in it.
Yeah. Seems tight then. Every kind of point matters, I guess. It looks like you y'all are off to a good start though. Your one seed got the win this week, right?
Yeah. So Possible Hope, our one seed, took a close 3-2 over the other one seed, Slight. Slight, who was 7-1, is now also 7-2 after this week. Um, and I mean, that is a huge start for us, especially because Aussie Pain Merchants is all the way at the top. They were nigh uncatchable.
Yeah, so we can take a look at the deck list. The classes are already banned. We have Owl's Hunter banned and Bone Masher's Priest banned. Um, I'm assuming in Wild we're talking about the same kind of thing where every deck you have to win once, right? It's a conquest lineup, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and so Jewish Owl seems to have brought, let's see, Rogue, uh, a Mage, and a Hunter that's left over, right?
Yep.
No, the
And
Hunter got banned.
yeah, so he has Rogue, Mage, Priest. More specifically, all three of those are combo decks. They
Right.
are try and get to like turn 5, turn 6, and then just play everything you possibly can and deal enough damage to kill your opponent as fast as possible. Whereas Bone Masher is playing more consistent aggro decks. He's playing sort of the meta favorites: the Pirate Warrior, the Shadow Priest, the Quest Hunter. Um, and we saw that Meshuish Owl has banned that Shadow Priest just because it's maybe the fastest aggro deck.
So who do you give the edge to here? I mean, instinctively, I feel like these aggressive decks make it hard for combo to get to the combo, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing of how much pressure that Owl is going to feel under. It's also a thing of if the Warrior's Loatheb is going to come out, because Loatheb will stop any combo. Um, but yeah, if Owl can sort of weather the storm just the tiniest bit and make it to turn 6, turn 7, then we're probably going to see Owl win those games. But otherwise, I think it's Bone Masters.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a little bit of an uphill climb there for Owl. Um, just because he's got all these combo decks and he's facing down at least two aggro decks. Maybe this Druid deck is a little bit slower, and perhaps he can do a little more there. Um, the competitors are ready. It looks like they're starting to go into their first match.
Ooh.
So let's get into it. All right, we have Hunter and Mage here.
Okay. Yeah, this is so Mizaki Mage is really going to have to try and find its ice block to play against the really fast combo nature of Hunter. But it is a bonus that Hunter has to play its quest reward and therefore wait until about 5 or 6 mana to do that. We can see that, yeah, Ice Block is starting in Nice Shallow's hand, along with Incanter's Flow, which is huge for him. Meanwhile, Bone Master does not have the the Rapid Shot, I believe it's called, the one where it deals 1 damage, adds another copy to your hand, which really helps you speed through quest progression.
Yeah, I've not seen. So this is just gonna be. I can see. I thought this is like a full on aggro. I guess once you get your quest done, you pretty much can kill them right away, right? I assume if every single hero power is costing 0 and doing 3 damage apiece.
Yeah, and most of your spells costing 1, it is very fast once you get that done.
So he's just pushing through that quest essentially.
Yep, and it looks like Owl is going to let him spin his wheels while he tries and sets up his own engine right here with this Canvas Flow.
So what do you think the thinking is there in the last turn, not coining out the enchanters? Is it just you're going to save coin for something better?
Oh, I mean, Mizaki is going to need as much mana as she can get. So coin is very impactful for that. We might even coin out this Talon Forging to draw the Mizaki 1 turn earlier.
This flare could be trouble.
Yeah, Flare is definitely a great tech against Ice Block here. Sort of understanding that that Owl here is going to bring the Mage.
Right. Okay, so has a lot of the cards he needs, I suppose, to be able to, you know, get that Mizaki going or to get that combo going, perhaps.
Yeah, but now we're seeing Bone Master is kind of stalled out, and it's turn 5, and might even be like turn 7 before things start picking up for him again.
Yeah, this dead drop, the toxic reinforcements, is definitely trouble.
Yeah, I think Milo's going to have to kill his own Talon Forging here in order to draw the Mizaki.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to think through that. Like, how exactly do you play it out? Do you are gonna try, or in your opinion, it's a good idea to kill it off, right?
I mean, you just need to draw Mizaki as fast as possible.
Okay.
You know that your opponent is trying to set up their huge combo turn, and so you just need to counter with your own huge combo turn that is uninteractable.
All right. So he has both ice blocks, so his flare is minimized a bit here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see the Flare anyways because you can see its value. It's going to get a draw uh, closer, but
Yeah, especially since he doesn't really have much else to play. I mean, he could hold it here and try to burn him at the same time. I mean, he doesn't have to use the flare here.
yeah. I mean, we can see that he's 2 off with that, so he can save the Flare for just 1 more turn, and if he draws 2 damage, then that would be lethal.
Right. Well, because next turn he can get. Oh no, it depends on what he draws, right? I was thinking that he could get the Tavish down, but it really depends on what he draws here.
Yeah. With your opponent holding back so much, you have to suspect a Flare. So we're going to see just how far in Owl goes this turn.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's been holding both cards for a really long time, right?
Looks like he's just gonna set up, probably freeze. Oh, not even freezing more of that. Okay. And Bone Masher, I think, not committing either.
Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, never mind. This is gonna be lethal.
Is it lethal? Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
of the Beardo.
The
These cards in Wild, I don't know. But yeah,
the small brain caster. Yeah.
I know.
Beardo was the perfect top deck.
Exactly. It was, yeah, the exact lethal out. So, all right. Well, Bone Master getting that win.
Yeah. So we can see the consistency of this aggro deck, just powering through. Talon not getting popped, so we never saw the Mizaki. If we saw that Mizaki, maybe, but just the owl one turn off basically.
Yeah, it seemed. I just, it just seems tough, like being under this amount of pressure. And these are just. It just seems rough. The kinds of decks that he's up against, bringing this kind of combo list. What do you think he goes with here? Do you think he tries the mage again? And is it going to be against probably Warrior?
I've been looking at it. I'm looking at the different options here, and it's also extremely based on what he thinks Bone Master is going to bring, because it's Bone Master who's restricted to the fewer decks here. So I feel like we might be seeing a mage versus druid. He might be trying to cue that mage into the druid here.
Hmm.
So I think we'll see the mage come back out again. Just because we'll see, the mage has more board clears to sort of fight against the on board presence of the druid and the warrior here.
So you think mage is just a better matchup against both the decks, basically, right?
Yes, more so than the priest at least. The priest definitely is not able to sort of deal with anything on the board, except for wave of apathy. Maybe potion of madness trade one thing into another, but it's really hard for the priest to sort of deal with the board. It just has to draw its combo as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it in some ways it's. I guess this is just the difficulty of Wild, right? Like, has Owl just been bringing a lot of these combo decks? Like, it just feels like he's got a little bit sniped here with all the aggro.
Yeah, I mean, Milo has been kind of bringing this for the past few weeks, and not switching it up into the final week means it's going to be a bit harder. But yeah, Druid coming out, Mage coming out from the other side.
The starting hand for the Druid is pretty spicy.
Yeah, I mean, you want to find your Glowfly Swarm. You also, or Whispering Woods, either token maker, and you want to find your Broken Summons, your Oaken Summons that summons, hopefully 2 minions as fast as possible.
All right. Is this gonna be? Oh, interesting.
Ooh, I think, I mean, Claw's more damage.
Do you just do you basically just try to set up a turn 3 Wisp then here?
It's probably not going to be turn 3, depending on how much draw. I mean, I guess it could be, but it just means that you're not playing, your other draw spells.
I was getting a spectating bug, but coming back in.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like with the hero power there, it is going to be just try for a turn 3 Whispering Woods and hope that your opponent doesn't have the board clear for it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But we can also see that Bowmasher just doesn't have the damage along with it. He has branching paths and Mark of the Lotus to, I guess deal 28, but that's not 29.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering if you coin the Lotus out. It makes sense. He does have Guess the Weight, to draw some cards to look for that. He does have Branching Paths that does damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he draws Innervate, that would be enough to pop the block, but otherwise he is one off.
You do the damage while you can, right? I assume. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
looks
yeah,
like
if
it.
you can, if you can, well, unfortunately, he can't pop the block. If
Right.
he, but setting him to one is, I guess, just going to be enough for him.
Do you think there was any reason for Owl to go for that Frost Nova there?
I mean, like he can see that he's extremely safe behind the ice block, so now he can
Right.
frost nova, and there's nothing that the
Well, the hero power is gonna pop
yeah
that
he was
block, of course.
hoping to not be set to one, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, Owl is just going to keep drawing, research project. Um, Hopefully find another ice block. Might even avoid the frost nova just because it's
Yeah,
somewhat
that's
useless
true.
here.
Right. Just draw and dig, right?
Ooh, and here we're probably going to see the branching paths for health.
Yeah, he does have a full hand right now, so gotta do something.
And then probably using Innervate to maybe guess the weight on the side.
Uh, Pretty gross. I won't lie.
Yeah. So from Owl's perspective here, he just has to draw the other ice block. He just doesn't have enough mana. He doesn't have the Mizaki yet.
I think going back to that turn where he did where oh on turn oh he's just drawing, right?
Yeah, he's going to gain back his mana. He's gonna try and find it, and go off this turn,
All right.
but won't be able to play Mizaki, so I don't think he'll have lethal.
Well, there's the Mizaki looking for an
Find the other.
answer.
Hand.
Oh, he's got.
Okay, that is
That's
ice
really
block
good.
at
Yeah.
least, but I don't know if he can combo after this.
Right. Is there anything? I mean, he's gonna freeze everything. So I don't think that the Sorcerer's Apprentice will live, right? It's just a question of from here, can you play Mizaki and play enough spells to burn him down?
Well, nature studies
Oh, nature
might not
studies.
let the
Yeah,
sorcerer's apprentice live.
yeah, that's true. Ooh,
Ooh, swipe. Yeah, that kills both of them. Well, I guess it only has to kill. Yeah, it kills both.
kills. Yeah, pops
Oh,
the
never
block.
mind.
No,
Sorry,
it only kills one, right? Yeah.
my mistake. Um, Not enough mana to hero power here.
Yeah. Don't see a way out of this.
Well, I mean, play Mizaki, play as many spells as you can, and
Hope for the
unfortunately,
best.
don't draw any cards.
Yeah,
So,
no card draw though.
Ice Lancing first. Has to, but
Has to, yeah. Well, he doesn't have. I guess you guess the weight. You draw cards, right? I guess that's.
there is no way left for the druid to interact here. It
Yeah.
is just waiting.
Draw cards, you gain in armor. I guess you're looking for armor gain, essentially, right? That's like the best thing here.
Yeah, so Fungal Fortune can find the gain armor for every single card in your hand and draw one card.
Right.
Uh,
Oh, that's removal as well. Oh,
Fortunately, cannot play broke. Well, actually, can play Broken Summons with Innervate, and I think that's going to be the play.
yeah, Innervate and then Lunar Eclipse. And then,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can't kill the
Uh,
Mizaki, but you can at least get rid of the Sorceress.
yep. And then Owl basically can't combo off anymore. No flow played, or actually one flow played, but
Yeah, one flow
uh,
played. But I
I'm able
don't
to play
think,
both halves of all these cards.
I don't know where you're gonna get this much damage. That's the problem. Oh,
With
okay.
well, if he drew Cram Session, he might have been able to, but
Right.
no
To
Cram
draw some
Session.
cards.
Okay, well, I think I've been able to predict what Bone Masher will bring next game.
Does seem pretty straightforward.
Yeah, Bone Masher forced to now bring Warrior, as that is his last deck to win with, and yeah, we'll see if Owl is going to bring Mage a third time. Now, this is Spectral Pillager Rogue, so this deck uses cards to gain coins in hand, and then cycles those coins over and over to play more than 15 cards in one turn, and then Spectral Pillagers straight to face. Deal 15 twice for 30.
Yeah, I was looking at the list for this one. It seems very interesting. Like a pretty unique and kind of fun looking combo. But also requires some time to set up, I imagine.
Yeah, just a little bit of time. It's probably once again going to be a turn 6, turn 7 type thing. And from my perspective, Warrior likes to kill around turn 5 or 6. So we'll see how explosive Bone Masher is.
I feel bad for Owl. This amount of it's just amount of pure aggression.
In this meta, he's used to it.
Yeah, I mean he's gone 6-2, right, on the year.
Yeah, he's gone 6-2, and the meta decks have been what Bone Masher is playing. So he's gotten the most experience with it. Maybe he can hope that Bone Masher doesn't have as much experience against Spectral Pillager, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, Bone Masher's game plan is very straightforward, right? Oh, I think I'm bugged. All right, again, seems like.
Yeah, that is the patches bug. Um,
Oh, I didn't know about
Pulled
a
from deck.
patches bug.
Yeah, it gets pulled from deck, and we're pulled out of the spectate. So
All right, getting back in. Okay, I'm still bugged. I'm coming back.
okay.
Sorry, can't seem
Yeah.
to see Jewish Owl's hand.
So Milo's committing now. He's playing this shark out, which means he is saying he's going to go in this next turn. Um, with Scab's Cutter Butter, though, he definitely can do it. He just needs to draw that off of the Elven Minstrel.
He is facing
Looking
down 8 damage. He's at
looking through
18.
his deck, if he gets unlucky, I think, and draws both Spectral Pillagers off of Elven Minstrel, I think that might be not quite enough.
All right.
Bone Masher presenting lethal as he has a want to do, but this Mailbox Dancer in hand is going to give a lot of coins, allowing him to bring back his mana up, allowing him to play Scab's Cutter Butter. I think he's getting it, actually.
Oh my god.
Uh, Unfortunately, I think he might have misplayed it and played Counterfeit Coin a little bit too late after the Mailbox Dancer, which means that he might not be able to combo.
He was
Well,
What was he looking for there? He was looking for more coins, right?
yeah, he needs to play as many coins as possible in one turn, and he missed one. So
Yeah, okay. I mean, everything costs 0. That's kind of fun.
yep, and we see right now it's 16, or maybe even I think it's 16 damage off of the Spectral Pillager right now. He can only play one of them right now because of board space,
Right.
so that's gonna be the end of the game, I believe.
Yikes.
And I think with this roping out, yep,
Yep.
he
It's his own
admits
face.
defeat, and Bone Masher will take it 3-0.
In the fastest of wild fashions, I suppose.
Yeah, very short stream for us, yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get him in for an interview.
Yeah,
But
that
I guess
reflects,
that's wild, right?
I mean, very much so.
I'm
And
impressed that at turn, like, what was that, turn 5? That he was able to do anything at all, honestly. Like, that was pretty
yeah,
relatively close in some sense.
I mean, yeah, there was, maybe, but I think just because of the board space issues that he had at the end there, didn't allow him to. Hey, Bone Masher.
Hey, how you going?
Good game, well played.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very fast.
Yeah, well, not much of a stream when it goes 3-0, but second and third games, I didn't think I was going to win those ones, and he just didn't quite have the combo. So we take those. A lot of those ones we don't win. So
I mean, I thought it was a certainly exciting stream. We saw some very early wins here, and especially the top deck of that of the bear. Man, why am I forgetting his name? The guy who's able to get your hero power back whenever you play a
The
spell.
Beardo.
oh, the beater,
Yes.
yeah, that was pretty clutch. That one. I think I had a couple of outs, but that was definitely just the auto win there. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty clutch. Like even that game, like the way it was set up, as soon as he kills off the death rattle and he gets the Mizaki, it was probably going to go off. So yeah, it's nice. It is nice to get a win, especially after we dropped the first match. That ties us all up. So
It doesn't just tie you up; it puts you ahead.
yeah, yeah. Oh, we've already had a bit of a challenge already because NJO and I are playing each other in Legacy as captains anyway, and I'd won the third match 3-0, and then I thought, okay, that sets us up for top spot, and then he just came straight back like 10 minutes later and bang 3-0 over Cheesy 10. So that sort of set us up for today. So yeah, so I'll take it 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, it may just look like echoes of Legacy again with this match here, going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah. They've got a lot to play for this week. Like for us in Wild, APM's had a pretty good season. We had a couple of close losses, but more often than not, we've had a pretty good season. We're playing playoffs. It doesn't really matter where we finish. It's going to be, you know, uh, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. You got to win 3. So, but for Al, they're still playing for a spot. There's potential for them to miss. So, taking points off them, I guess, is pretty huge for them.
Yeah, I mean, being the captain, I would prefer it if you didn't spoil us and cause us to miss. But hey, I also didn't want to talk to Owl here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you brought a really a very standard lineup, but it felt like just all of the aggression against Al and even some of the specific tech choices that you included were sort of against combo. Did you sort of expect Mao to bring that?
Um, I haven't brought the same kind of things each week. I think there was a couple of weeks I went control. I haven't bought too much combo. Like a couple of times I've bought druid. A couple of times I've bought mage. But like if anything was going to target like a control lineup, which I sort of probably tend towards as a player, then going like a full combo into me was something that I considered. But for me, really, this week I just wanted to play some aggro, like a quad aggro lineup. It's something I haven't brought yet. And into a lot of decks, it's the quicker you can kill someone, the better, I guess. It's and trying to get under some of the decks like even Arena Lock or Arena Lock, or even Lock. Just being quick into those decks, which a lot of people are bringing at the moment. So I guess it was just more of a I'll go for four aggro decks and see what comes back the other way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially there's still, even with the changes I guess in Wild, right? There's still quite a lot of like even lock things like that, Warlock being played. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of strategies people can bring. It's not just like, even last meta, or last expansion, like last season, it was like everyone brings Darkrai. You have to bring it. Or even before the meta change with the ban, it was everyone was either playing Seedlock or you were targeting it. So I think there's a lot more room to be able to bring different strategies, and I think being unpredictable a little bit is going to help. But like people that bring the same thing every week or the same kind of thing, the wild community is pretty small. People know what decks people like to play as their preference and what they're better on. Like if you know someone's not that great on combo, then you probably know they're not going to bring it when it comes to playoffs. But you just have to bring four decks and play well, and hopefully you get the W.
Yeah, and yeah, even before Darkler became sort of the extreme meta powerhouse that it did with the introduction of the Demon Seed, uh, there were people who were just like, okay, yeah, we know they're Dark Lair specialists. We know they're going to bring Dark Lair every single week. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But yeah, playoffs next week will be good. My team didn't make playoffs last season. I didn't play in any playoffs last season. Like Hero missed out by one win, and Wild missed out by probably a win as well. So playoffs in at least two. I think my pro team might be struggling a bit this week. We're trying to get fully swept and miss from almost certainty. So, but
yeah,
well, hopefully APM, like APM, this first season of APM, like was just originally just going to put together a wild team, and I thought I'd go all in and bring teams across all series. So if I can get all four teams to the playoffs, that'd be really huge. So
Yeah, oh, that's
yeah. So
great.
far, it's been a resounding success.
Yeah, definitely.
The two that are more in question right now are that pro team, are that hero team.
yeah.
Do you think that they're going to make it, or
I
a
think
little bit?
Hero's going to be really close. I think Hero's sort of down to seven teams now. I think there's a bit of a gap between seventh and eighth. We're up 9-5 or 10-6 or something in Hero this week. So if we can win one of the last two, that keeps us up with the top six. I think we might sneak into sixth place, but it's sort of down to seven. So I think we've got who have we got? Oh, we've got an easy match against Snakes on a Campaign on the way
Shut
home.
up.
So that should be an easy win for us. That should secure us the playoffs, I think. But yeah, pro, it's just like we needed 10 points this week to catch up to Popeyes, and we had the tiebreaker because we knocked them off in round one. So that was sort of like, okay, guys, we just need one win and then pick up a few more points in the other games, and then we lost the first two. So it's sort of chasing our tail a bit, but if we make playoffs in pro, it's been fantastic because it's a heap of guys that mostly play wild against a heap of guys that grind Masters Tour qualifiers.
Right.
Like there's a lot of really good players in pro, and we're just trying to do our best. And if we can make playoffs, it's a huge success. If we don't, if we just miss out, then it's probably by a couple of points, and every point counts. Actually, next season, I think one of my teams might have to be called All Points Matter. I think I'm going to have to bring that in one of the series. We're going to have All Points Matter
Nice.
for APM because they really do. They really do. Just 1 point, like 1 point legacy, 1 point off top spot, and we had the tiebreaker. But some finals, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a Alien Santa on one team and make it a pun meta or something.
Possibly. What the match I'm actually thinking, like at the moment I'm looking at it and I'm like, we're probably gonna, if we just miss out, like if your team Geranium get the last 2 wins. You pip us by 1 point for that last bye spot, puts us in 5th, and we're probably going to be facing another silver team. And you know what? I reckon it could be Amberflight Gaming. I think they've been carried all season, but like I'm worried about Amberflight Gaming. If they can make playoffs, they'll probably sneak into that last spot in 12th, and then we'll probably have to face them first week. We beat them last time, but
Yeah. I will spoil it. I'm not sure if it's updated yet on the site, but
have them.
our player Nails has lost. So actually, it's whether I lose tomorrow night. If I lose tomorrow night,
Yep.
then you still actually get popped out. Probably.
What was the score?
It was a 2-3, very close game 5 match between
Okay.
Nails and T-Stu.
So Cult Legacy need to sweep you then, because if they win 3-1, it's a 12-all tie, and they only get 1 bonus point instead of 3. So you would have to get swept. So this is
Yep.
this is
I'm
this
pretty
is
good at that. I'm pretty good.
I'm pretty. I know you would do that. You would be swept just
would-
to make
no.
my team miss
I
out on the
really-
bye.
I really want to beat Rice Bowl. I actually do really want to beat Rice Bowl.
Do you want to beat Rice Bowl,
It would
or
be a
do you
huge
want
win for me.
APM not to get a bye?
Okay. If I get 2 points, if I just get 2 points and I get my team the win for this week, and we guaranteed make it into playoffs, I think I want that a bit more than to knock you out of the bye spot.
There will
That's
be
fair.
a post in the Discord if you get swept.
Oh man, I mean, if I do get swept, it's because Rice Bowl is insane.
Oh, he is insane. He
It
does a
should
lot of
not
crap.
be
He's
in
a
the
good player,
3
Rice
seed.
Bowl. No. There's a lot of good players in the 3 in Legacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You, me.
A 500 plus in the 3 is kind of silly.
Yeah, it's their team's built pretty well. I mean, and like
Yeah.
it's just what's Sharkbait doing to the fight? Come on, man! Like 7-2, 50 PR. What's going on there?
I mean, hey,
And then they got Quaz.
Dude, dominant teams in the Gold Conference. Oh my God, Golden
Yes,
Wisps,
and-
please stop winning. You're already
I
so
know.
far ahead.
Yeah, they whipped us the week we played them. But we did beat every team in silver. So like we're 7-2, but we only lost the cross conference matches. So I don't know whose idea that was, but
I gotta say it. Silver's free.
Confirmed here, silver is free.
Right.
Yeah. All right, it's been great chatting, guys.
Yeah.
Really
Thanks
good.
so much for being streamed and everything. Any shout outs you want to give before you say goodbye?
Yeah, just best of luck to my teams in playoffs and getting to playoffs for the ones that aren't quite there yet. So guys have done an amazing job. Like Hero Team especially, they do a lot of prep. Some really committed guys there. Legacy, you just look at the names of the guys in the Legacy team. It just speaks for themselves. Like it's a really strong team, and then the other 2 teams are the Aussie guys just trying to take on the rest of them. So, but yeah. So best of luck to everyone in playoffs. Every team that's going to make it, and should be fun.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming on and doing the interview, and also for letting us stream your match.
Yeah,
Thank you very much
No
for
worries.
beating out. Oh man.
Yeah. No worries. Thanks, man.
All right. Yeah, that's all we have for today. So short stream because wild, I guess, all the games end by turn 6. So plus aggro. But just a quick reminder, I guess tomorrow there are some of these critical matches are going down. There's a good one in Legacy. Astral Frog and Automated Button will be on stream tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then I believe there's still Battlegrounds going on. So that'll also be tomorrow. Any final words, Uranium?
Absolutely not. I mean, it's an insane week with playoffs right around the corner, and I'm just super excited to watch anything that can be streamed. So I'm very glad that you were able to OP this and allow me to cast it.
Yeah, no, thanks for casting. All right, thanks everyone. I guess we are out.
I hear you got a problem. You are not prepared! Another round?